I actually started programming at the age of 7 and then I started creating websites by the age of 12. So it's something that's in my blood for the longest time. In fact, after Form 5, I actually started my first web design company while I was studying. So back then, it was something very new to the industry, but something I really enjoy a lot. And then after Form 5, I actually got my first job, and was my only job after that, was becoming a lecturer in web design, web development. But it was great because they allow me to, run my business and lecture at the same time. So I got a job in, I outsourced it to my student. So I was doing that for 2 years. Then eventually I got to focus full-time on this industry a lot. So from creating websites, that's where I learned about online marketing. I started to sell things online. I even had a China setup to sell clothing. So everything about e-commerce, I've been there, done that for quite a long time as well. Then in fact, to the point that the event organizers for Robert Kiyosaki and Tony Robbins got me to speak around the world to teach about online marketing. So I was doing that for quite a fair bit, about 2.5 years, every week in different country, teaching people from around the world about online marketing. Then eventually, what happened was this, my life changed, where my parents asked me to settle down, which I did, and then my wife delivered triplets. So, I couldn't travel that much anymore, so I decided to set up Shop Media Studio, which is, kind of similar to what I did in Form 5, but in a much larger scale. So, and I've never looked back since. So I started it because I'm really passionate about it. So I really enjoy helping SMEs as SMEs to, exploit digital marketing to expand their business. So that's how Shop Media started, and it's been 4 years. I think it's been really great. We've been growing leap and bounds. I would say that we are probably about within the top 5 in Malaysia at the moment. Yeah. Okay, so what I do is that, continuously I'm still doing online marketing for myself. Besides doing it for my client, it's something that I've always been doing for myself last time, and I continue to do it for myself even now as well. So at any one time, I actually have, a lot of websites, different e-commerce sites, different experiments that I run on Facebook for my own businesses as well. And that actually allows me to stay relevant because I really love that subject a lot. So even if I have my team who is doing the work and execution, but the whole idea of how to execute the digital marketing, the ideas, the techniques, it actually comes from me. And I myself is attending classes, all around the world, learning from different people as well. In fact, like I have already the next 3 classes that I'll be attending in the US and Europe as well over the next 3 to 6 months. So I continuously invest heavily on my own education as well, so that I could actually teach others how to do the same, or in fact, putting all this into practice for my clients as well. So sometimes, my clients may not know exactly what I do, but I take the best practices and apply it to them as well. So, that's how I would continue to stay relevant in our industry. And at the same time, one thing that people don't really know is that I'm the go-to guy for digital marketing ideas and techniques, and I myself trying things that sometimes even others don't teach. So I would actually do that kind of experiment, and I teach others in return as well. So I started to get back into speaking a little bit to teach. In fact, I'll be going to London a little bit more frequent this couple of years to actually teach others about what I know as well. So by becoming a good teacher, it also forced me to become a good learner as well at the same time. Yeah. So here's my train of thoughts. I think the basic traits of anyone who want to branch out and to do things differently, I think the most important is that to have that kind of attitude where you will do whatever it takes, and especially I would say when you're a little bit younger still, I think the ability to take that kind of risk, the appetite should be really great. Imagine if between 20 to 30 or 30 something, you don't dare to take that kind of risk, then are you expecting to take more risk when you're later in life? So considering that I have triplets and a huge family to take care of, I'm taking more risk every single day that I wake up, because I know for a fact that by taking that more risk, for every single day that I wake up, I'm getting closer to where I want to go. So same goes for people who is trying to do things differently, or even trying to get into digital market or any kind of field at all. I believe the trade remains the same. That means you got to really, really take that step out of the comfort zone and just doing it. Of course, again, you may say, Vince, it's easier said than done. However, like I put it again, 95% of people will walk left and 5% people is going to walk right, And I can also share with you a very quick one, if you don't mind, is that I have a COO who was in the hospital industry for the last 12 years. She's one of the top in the industry, and she jumped out of her comfort zone, took a pay cut, came to the digital industry. She doesn't even know what's Candy Crush, and she get on board. Now, do you think that she took a very huge risk? Definitely. So someone of that age, willing to jump out of a really high position, great pay, to come into a startup, then there's no excuse for us not to do so, right? And I would say anyone that has such mentality are always welcome in Shock Media Studio. In fact, I will even share that in Shock Media Studio, we don't believe in just hiring people from the same industry. In fact, we are very happy to hire people that are not from this industry. It will be even better. Again, if we hire people from the same industry, we're going to keep doing the same thing as everybody else in the industry. So, anyone which believes that they have great attitude, can come on board in Shock Media Studio, and we'll be happy to welcome them on board. So, yeah.